What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to another week of Eagles Breakdown. We'll start with Andrew Makuba this week, who had a game-changing performance in his second NFL game. Eagles go 2-0 against the Chiefs. Let's get to the tape of Andrew Makuba. Yes, this is what we want to see from Andrew Makuba, coming as the deep safety right here against the run. It is just something so pleasing watching a guy come from 15 yards of depth, full sprint, into assisting on the run. And Zadarius Smith may have been able to make this play himself. Kudos to him. That's a really good play. But it's just so awesome to see a safety coming up and assist on that outside contain, right? So they're lined up here in 21 personnel. So I got two running backs and then the tight end there. But the Eagles are stacked up here. They got 4 guys at the line. They got 3 linebackers. All the gaps are cleared. So it's really it's free for Makuba to just play this aggressively to the outside and have that contain. Nice hit, great play by him and Smith. All right, we get him on the blitz, on the shared sack with Zadarius Smith. Those two guys were hand in hand on the stuff they did here in this game with the tackle for loss and the sack right here. Really like that he's cheating outside here pre-snap when Mahomes is looking out there. So when Mahomes is ready for the snap right there, the last thing he knows is that Makuba's out there to that side. Good timing of getting in there as soon as he takes the snap, because then his first look is going to be to that side right over here. He believes that he has Makuba over the middle. That buys just enough time to get in there before Patrick Mahomes realizes that there's nobody over the middle, and that Reed Blankenship has to be the guy coming over to cover Makuba's guy. Good play. Freaking awesome play from Drew Makuba on this rep, where Eagles are running cover 1 man, Chiefs are running mesh. A man beater, to say the least. You got the in breaker here, or the drag here. You got the over route here. You got the wheel. You got deep here. You got over the middle. There is so much going on. So many man beaters. Drew Makuba here. He's going to be lined up man-on-man against Hollywood Brown, I believe it is. So speedy guy he's up against. And it becomes a bit of a clusterfuck there in the middle. There's so many guys. They want to do the pick play. The Chiefs do. With Travis Kelce. Travis's responsibility is just taking away as many guys as possible. Hollywood comes under. Mukuba comes over. Nice angle. Good tackle. Sets up 4th down. Listen, everybody hates the Chiefs. And we beat them. And everybody loves coffee. And if you like what I do, go to Buy Me a Coffee, Breaking the Bird, so you can support the channel. Thank you very much if you do. Let's get back to the video. 12 personnel. Zone run here, we got 2 tight ends. We got the running back up here. As soon as we get Kuba out the picture here, we're going to have the gap assignments as such. There you go. Zadarius Smith here, Makuba here, and the outside corner out here. Okay, so Makuba is responsible right here in this scheme, and I think he does a good job of coming up and physically engaging up on really anything moving there around his gap. There's some confusion because I believe his name is Noah Gray, 83, because he slips down. He's down on the ground. That creates a little bit of confusion there, but he really comes in, makes good contact with the rest of the guys in there, with Jordan Davis. Good run support. 3rd down and 5. Patrick Mahomes has done nothing but scramble so many times throughout the game. And here we have cover 1 man. It's a fine read from Makuba. He's lined up right here against Noah Gray, and he triggers nicely on it. I mean, he comes back here. He realizes that, right, Patrick Mahomes is scrambling. I can let Noah go and then trigger up for Mahomes. Perfect opportunity to just wax Patrick Mahomes. You can come in speed. You can chop the legs. You can stop them on 3rd down there, and it's just a whiff by dimensions. It is such a horrific tackle attempt that I don't know where to start. He's looking away. He doesn't wrap. He doesn't he's not running full force. It's such a wasted opportunity on so many levels. It's 3rd down. It's the quarterback. yeah, bad play. Nice coverage here. We got cover one man. Makuba is lined to the top. He's against the number 3 receiver here in man-man coverage. He's going to be running an out route here to the top, or a corner route to the top. He's got safety help in the middle here, so he's well aligned inside. He's going to take that outside step here as soon as he's about to declare. So if he wants out, he has to run through him. If he goes inside, he's with the safety. If he goes deep, he can go underneath it. Good position, good coverage. I really like the willingness of Andrew on this play here. He's going to be pre-snap going to the opposite side here, and then he's going to full force go ahead, just pre-snap and assist here on a blitz. Now, it doesn't look like much. It's not supposed to look like much. It's a safety blitzing in the B gap, okay? So if an offensive lineman wants to release off of a defensive tackle to focus on Mukuba, then you won, because then you've single-handedly taken out an offensive lineman and given out more time and more space to your other defensive linemen of beating their guys man on man. So when he's shooting up here, they have to respect him because he's coming with such speed that he is. So here, Creed Humphrey has to account for Makuba. That forces the right guard, Sumatea, to be one-on-one against Jalen Carter. That allows Jalen Carter to disengage on one guy instead of having to face 2, and can make the tackle himself afterwards. So a little underrated assist from Makuba on that play. Zone defender in man coverage here at the 5-yard line is where he gets his interception. He's just reading the eyes of Patrick Mahomes. So he's keying on Patrick at all times here as to whether he's going one way or the other. So he's really the guy responsible for taking, if there's any slants coming in here, he's the guy who's supposed to take the head off of the receivers. It's a good read of the eyes of Patrick Mahomes as he's coming towards Travis Kelce. Now, naturally, it's not the fact that he does anything spectacular on the break on the ball, but rather than Travis Kelce dropping it. But he's to be in that position is because you read the eyes correctly of Patrick Mahomes. So he's in the right spot at the right time. I believe Jalen Carter gets a hand on it here as well, right here. I believe he's going to go. He's going to go to our right side here. Yep. Get that smack up there. Also the route of the ball just a tad. Good return by Makuba as well. Fine coverage here on Travis Kelce. Not the most difficult guy to catch up with in speed, but I really like how he positions himself right here as to where he can undercut things and he doesn't get susceptible to getting beat or outmanned, out physical. Because if he has more position, if he allows him to cut more inside and he's positioned behind him, then it's much easier to shield off Makuba as Travis will be making the catch. But he allows him to get a little bit deeper than himself, so he can cut underneath if something was to happen. So good coverage there. Cover one man for the Eagles here. So we got man, and Andrew Makuba lined up right here. He's going to be on Travis Kelce. And we're going to have Zach Ballin coming in blitz. So we got that extra pressure, cover one behind it. And he's going to go against the Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce is going to run this inside here. He's going to sit, and then he's going to cheat more inside. Usually, what the options are when you're this offensive player coming inside here is you can sit. If it's zone, if it's man, you travel along. You keep going towards the line here. It really looks like that's what Travis Kelce does. He looks back here, right? I'm not open. He starts to run inside, and then stops and comes out as if it was a sig. So it's really one of those where 9 times out of 10 it would be a stop and go, or like a stop, sit over the middle, and then continue going inside. Very rarely do you see stop, go in, break, go out on a sig. If it was a sig route, what you see is just that that straight cut into the out. So while it's Travis Kelce, and I believe that if you're Andrew Makuba, you should be able to follow him all the way. It's tricky, man, because it's your second game, and then they're running this stuff. So yeah, I can't fault him too much for it, to be honest. it really looks like he wants to go inside. It really does. In that case, he would have been in a good position. Not good. Not good at all. He's right here. Man coverage, cover one man. It just falls down as he initiates contact. Not in control at all here. Looks super awkward. Single high coverage with your Drew Makuba right here. He's going to be the guy dropping into that deep zone. And I want to highlight this one because you got trips to the bottom side here. So you're going to release up to that side because that's where you have the most threats to go deep on you, especially if they're going, it is the field side as well. So if they're going deep outside, you got to be able to get over there. So first he's gaining depth as he's getting over there to that side. Then he relevantly reached stop, stop, stop. Nobody of these guys are going to go deep. So he stops his tracks as he's getting over there. He starts getting depth in the middle, get a notice of, all right, what's going on around me here? Sees Patrick Mahomes starting to launch over here, and that's when he breaks to that side. I think it's a good angle because if he wants to throw deep on it here and really get separation on Adoree Jackson, he's got to be able to throw that deep, and Mukuba would be in the spot in that case. So he has to force it more outside because he can't go over the top because of Makuba. And that is aiding in the result of the play being incomplete. Really nice assist here from Drew Makuba. Physical on the play. Sheds the block coming in from the receiver to the outside. So number 9 is going to be shooting up here against Drew and then trying to take him out. Dips the shoulder underneath there. Comes in on the assist on the tackle. See it there from the box as well. Good anticipation because he's not outside that outside C gap defender on the play, and then everything moves here because the tight end goes away. So he's basically just filling in underneath and where the receiver is coming. So I think while this is by no means a perfect performance by Andrew Makuba, there are still things to work on. There are still bad reps in between. There's going to be for every player. But I think he showed up in run support. He was physical when he was blitzing, that credited with a sack. He was in the right place at the right time on the interception, although it wasn't his. It wasn't a direct. He didn't just completely intercept the ball in front of Travis Kelce. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But he did so many good things in this game, and upward trajectory for him. I think he's developing from week to week. So really promising stuff by the second round rookie.